She blocked me for a year. Now she wants her gift back. I was staring at my phone screen, watching the 3 little gray dots bounce up and down, feeling the bile rise in my throat until it tasted like copper and old pennies. It was a text from a number I hadn't saved. I had deleted it in a fit of grief 14 months ago, but I knew exactly who it was. The excessive use of sparkle emojis, the condescending "hey girly" intro, and the sheer, unadulterated audacity could only belong to one person, Jessica. "Hey girly. I just bought a house. Can you drop off my carpet cleaner today? I need to do the floors before the movers get here tomorrow. THX. I dropped my phone on the granite counter. It hit with a loud clack that echoed through my empty kitchen, a sound that felt like a gavel coming down on my peace of mind. Jessica hadn't spoken to me in over a year. Not since the day she decided that a music festival was more important than holding my hand while I buried my mother. She had blocked me on Instagram, Snapchat, and iMessage when I dared to call her out on it. And now, she wanted her gift back. To understand why my hands were shaking with a rage so potent it made my vision blur at the edges, you have to understand the history of this stupid, bulky, green Bissell carpet cleaner. You have to understand that this machine wasn't just an appliance, it was a symbol of how Jessica viewed people, as garbage disposals for her unwanted mess. 3 years ago, Jessica was moving into a luxury high-rise downtown. It was all hardwood floors and floor-to-ceiling glass. She called me on a Tuesday, sounding annoyed, the way she always did when a minor inconvenience threatened her perfect bubble. "Ugh, I have this bulky vacuum thing," she had groaned over the phone, the sound of packing tape ripping in the background. "My ex left it here. It smells like wet dog and it's leaking brown sludge in my trunk. I don't want it in the new place. It ruins the aesthetic. Do you want it? Otherwise, I'm literally leaving it on the curb. It's trash." I was broke at the time. I had just moved into a place with wall-to-wall beige carpet that had seen better days. "Is it broken?" I asked. "Probably," she laughed. "It makes a screaming noise. But it's yours if you come get it right now." "I'm not hauling it." I drove over. I hauled the heavy, reeking machine into my trunk. It didn't just smell like wet dog, it smelled like mildew and neglect. The tank was crusted with black mold. The brush roll was wrapped in so much hair it wouldn't turn. It was disgusting. But I didn't throw it away. I spent 3 days taking it apart. I sat on my balcony with a toothbrush, a bottle of bleach, and a screwdriver. I scrubbed the tanks until my eyes watered from the fumes. I cut the hair off the roller with a razor blade. I ordered new belts and filters from Amazon with money I barely had. I turned a piece of literal biohazard trash into a working, gleaming appliance. Jessica knew this. She saw it at my apartment a month later during a wine night. "Wow," she had scoffed, swirling her drink. "You actually touched that thing? You're brave." "I would have incinerated it." "Keep it. It's yours. Consider it a housewarming gift, even though it's gross." Fast forward to the incident. 14 months ago. My mother passed away suddenly. It was the darkest week of my life. I was drowning. I needed my best friend. I texted Jessica the date of the funeral. She left me on read for 6 hours. Then, the reply, "Babe, I am so sorry, but I already have tickets to the pre-party for Coachella that weekend. The vibes there are going to be insane, and honestly, funerals are just so heavy. I need to protect my energy right now. We'll grab brunch when I get back. Love you." I didn't reply. I blocked her number. I grieved alone. And I moved on. And now, on a random Tuesday, January 12th, she pops back up like a whack-a-mole from hell because she needs to clean the floors of her new house. I picked the phone back up. The screen had dimmed. I unlocked it. I didn't reply immediately. I felt a cold, calculating calm wash over me. I scrolled back. Way back. I searched my cloud archives for the chat log from 2021. I found it. A screenshot of her text, "Take it or I'm curbing it. It's worthless. I never want to see it again." I sent the screenshot to her. No caption. Just the receipt. Her reply was instant. She must have been staring at the phone. LMAO, she texted. "Lily, I didn't mean keep it. I meant keep it for now. God, you take everything so literally. Look, Grandma died and left me some money for a down payment, but I'm house poor now, lol. I need to save cash on professional cleaners. Just bring it over. Don't be petty." Petty? I whispered to the empty room. The heat in my neck flared up, radiating out to my ears. My vision actually swam for a second. She brought up her grandmother's death, a windfall for her, to the girl whose mother's funeral she skipped because the vibes were off. I typed back, my thumbs hitting the glass hard enough to make a sound. "Jessica, you blocked me for a year. We aren't friends. You gave me a broken machine that was covered in mold. I fixed it. I bought the parts. It's mine. Buy a new one with your inheritance." The bubbles popped up again. Then stopped. Then popped up. She was typing a novel. Wow, the text finally came through. I reach out to reconnect and share my big news, and this is how you treat me? Over a vacuum? I have the original receipt, OP. It cost me $300 5 years ago. That's my property. If you don't return it, that's theft. I laughed. It was a cold, jagged sound that startled my cat. Reconnect? She wanted free labor. She wanted her appliance back now that it was clean and working, just like she only wanted my friendship when it was convenient for her vibes. I have the receipt for the belts, the filters, and the 3 days of labor I put into decontaminating it, I replied. You abandoned it. It's legally considered trash you discarded. Goodbye, Jessica. I went to block her again. But then, a notification slid down from the top of my screen. A Facebook tag. I opened the app. My stomach dropped. Jessica had posted a status update. A long one. And she had tagged me, my sister, and, crucially, the official page of the company I work for. Can't believe people you trust turn out to be thieves. Lily has stolen expensive appliances from me and refuses to return them just because I bought a house and she's jealous. Some people are so toxic. I tried to be nice and let her borrow it when she was broke, and this is the thanks I get? If anyone sees her, tell her the police are on the way. Hashtag fake friends, hashtag thief, hashtag karma. The comments were already rolling in from her new circle of friends. OMG, call the cops. That's so low. Stealing from a homeowner? Wow, I always thought she looked sketchy. She was trying to ruin my reputation. She was trying to get me fired. She was weaponizing her lies to bully me into submission. I looked at the Bissell sitting in my hallway closet. It was pristine. I had just used it last week. It was arguably in better condition than when it was new. I could have just blocked her. I could have reported the post. But something inside me snapped. It wasn't just about the vacuum anymore. It was about the funeral. It was about the vibes. It was about every time she made me feel small so she could feel big. You want to play legal? I muttered, pacing my living room. You want to talk about trash? I formulated a plan. It was petty. It was nuclear. And it required a trip to Walmart. I looked at the clock. It was 3 p.m. I grabbed my keys. I drove to the supercenter 3 miles away. I walked straight to the vacuum aisle. I didn't look at the Bissell. I looked at the bottom shelf. The generic, off-brand, plastic nightmares. I found a carpet cleaner that was returned, open box, and missing a hose. It was marked down to $40. It looked strikingly similar to my bile, if you squinted and were hysterical with rage. I bought it. Then, I drove to the local municipal dump. It had rained yesterday. The ground at the landfill was a churned-up slurry of mud, oil, and unidentifiable sludge. The smell was overpowering, rotting food and wet cardboard. I found a spot near the edge of the pit where the mud was thickest. I took the cheap, broken Walmart vacuum out of my trunk. I placed it gently in the filth. I kicked some mud onto the tank. I draped a piece of a rotting banana peel over the handle for artistic effect. I took a picture. Then another. Then a video. I drove home, leaving the decoy vacuum to its fate. When I got back, I sat down at my computer. It was time to address the Facebook post. Jessica was still in the comments section, replying to people, spinning a sob story about how she loaned it to me because I couldn't afford to clean my apartment. I didn't comment on her post. I made my own. And I set the privacy to public. I uploaded the first image, the screenshot of her original text from 3 years ago. Text: "It smells like wet dog, it's leaking brown sludge. Take it or I'm curbing it. It's worthless." I uploaded the second image, a photo I had taken 3 years ago, the day I brought it home. It showed the machine disassembled on my balcony, the tank black with mold, the brush roll a horror show of hair and grime. Caption on photo: "The gift she gave me. Required 8 hours of scrubbing with bleach." I uploaded the third image, the screenshot of her text from today threatening to call the police and my job. And then, I wrote my caption. "Jessica, since you decided to tag my employer and call me a thief, let's clear the air. You didn't lend me a vacuum. You asked me to be your garbage man. You tried to throw this expensive appliance in the dumpster because it ruined your aesthetic. I spent my own money and time fixing the biohazard you created. But you're right. It was your property originally. And you seem really stressed about your new house. So, I'm returning it to the condition and location you originally intended for it." I attached the final photo, the decoy vacuum sitting in the mud at the dump, looking absolutely destroyed. Text under photo: "It's where you said it belonged. Pick it up whenever. GPS coordinates attached. Don't worry, the banana peel is free." I hit post. Then I tagged her. And I tagged the mutual friends she had been lying to. I sat back and watched the world burn. The reaction was instantaneous. The read receipt on the tag notification popped up. Her phone number called me. I declined it. It called again. I declined it. Then the texts started flooding in. "You bitch. That is not funny. That wasn't the same one. Mine was greener. Take the post down. My boss is on my Facebook. I work in real estate, I can't look like trash." I didn't reply. I just watched the comments on my post and hers turn against her. "Wait, she tried to give you a moldy vacuum and now she wants it back," one of her new friends commented. "LOL, the receipts don't lie. Jessica, you said it was brand new. Imagine skipping a funeral and then asking for a vacuum back. Trash behavior." That was the one that broke her. Someone brought up the funeral. The floodgates opened. People started sharing their own stories of Jessica's selfishness. It turned into a public roast. At 6 p.m., I got one final text from her. "You ruined my reputation. I hope you're happy. I'm deleting everything." She deactivated her Facebook account 10 minutes later. Her Instagram went private. I walked over to my hallway closet. I opened the door. My green bile sat there, clean, functional, and definitely not in a landfill. I think I'll clean the rugs tonight. Maybe twice. So, I have to ask, am I the monster for humiliating her online and making her think her vacuum is rotting in a dump? Or did she scrub herself out of my life the moment she decided my mother's funeral was a vibe killer?
If you have made it this far and want to see more videos like this, then kindly subscribe and turn on notifications so you may never miss another story like this.